Hey everybody, so welcome to another session of Brown Baddies. Jungkook is my co-host today. He doesn't say much, but he's there. Say hi. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, today's session is the last and final showdown or show segment, whatever you want to call it, of the California series. Leaving San Jose and coming back to Dallas. So sad. Yeah. It was pretty depressing actually. But we ended up packing. We were leaving my aunt's house. We ended up packing, got to the airport, and naturally, of course, we weren't really paying attention to the first process of being at the airport because it's all like the checking in and getting your bags and all that jazz kind of thing. So it's pretty hectic. We didn't really pay attention. We ended up getting through security and headed to our gate. Got to our gate, and I got, like, halfway to the gate, I got a text message saying that our plane was going to be delayed. I actually got super scared because I was like, oh gosh, what if we have a layover? And that kind of freaked me out. Also, our bags were headed to Long Beach, and I just didn't know how that was going to work out. So it was kind of scary, just a little bit. And then so we, they told us that it was going to be delayed. Then they told us that the gate had moved. Then they sent another text message and said, oh, it wasn't going to be delayed. And then they told us that, but instead of the plane being delayed, we were going to be leaving from a different gate. And then they changed it again. Several times. They actually changed it several times, which made no sense. So I did not exactly get the whole purpose of them changing it was so confusing. But anyway, our chronicles begins here. We ended up standing in line for the ticket count, not the ticket counter, but the counter that's by the gate. We were standing there, and there was a guy that was literally just standing in front of us. And I was talking to Naomi, and I was like, I just hope there isn't a layover. And I was like, if there's a layover, then that's like a big hassle. And so I guess he overheard us, and so he was asking, he was like, so did you guys just get the text message about the plane being delayed and then it was moving? And I was like, yeah, we did. And he was like, so are you standing in line to ask about this? And because he was ahead of us, and so I was like, yeah, basically. And he was, he goes, okay, well, I'll just ask for both of us. And I was just like, okay, cool. So Naomi was really quiet this whole time, and I didn't know what was going on. But Naomi was really quiet. And the guy asked about his information. The lady told us that they didn't even know what was going on. They were just relaying the information to us over the loudspeaker. So I was like, okay, so they don't have a clue as to what's going on either. What about our bags? And I was like, well, we had connecting flights. So we were going to Long Beach, but from Long Beach, we had to go continue on to Dallas. We needed to get home. So what happens if my next biggest fear was, what happens if we don't make it in time for the flight out of Long Beach to Dallas? That was my next biggest fear. And that was I had to ask about that, because um, that would cause us to buy more, a new air ticket. And I was like, do we even have that in the funds? I hope we don't have to do that. But yeah, so the lady told us that they were trying to see if Long Beach would wait for us, if they would hold the plane for the passengers who were going to be delayed. And I was like, okay. The stupid part on my part was I didn't ask when we were supposed to know about that. But everything worked out in the end. We went back and sat down. There was actually an Asian guy that was sitting next to us, or sitting down, and then there was 2 empty seats between him and another guy. The airport was crowded, so we needed a place to sit down to, like, wait till they figured out what was going on with the plane. And so I walked over and I was like, hey, is this seat taken? Can we sit here? And he was like, yeah, sure. Okay, story time. Before all this happened, my aunt was telling me that, I should be more open-minded. I should put myself out there and blah, 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 blah. Everyone in my family wants me to get with somebody. It's not like I am closed off to it. It's not like I'm not trying. It's just, okay, I will put myself out to it and I'll put myself out there. But then Asian guy decided to get up and walk away. That's not my fault. Not that I made any advances to him or anything like that. I wasn't trying to. But, it's like, you're in an airport. Why? So anyway, point being, he got up and he walked away. And that's totally fine. I'm okay with that. And it's like, don't worry about it, But it's still kind of like, after the conversation, it kind of messed with my emotions just a little bit. But regardless, getting on the plane, sitting down, there were a ton of Asian guys headed to Long Beach. So I was like, oh, maybe we should. I was just like, we should just totally just go to Long Beach. This is where Naomi told me that the guy that was standing in front of us was like so cute. I've never seen her like this before, you guys. She was acting like me. I was like, seriously? And you didn't do anything? And she's like, no, I'm not trying to draw attention to myself, is what she said. And I was like, wait, but if you thought he was cute, I was like, yeah, he didn't do anything for me. And I was like, I think he got that vibe from me because I was just like, I didn't want to talk. I was like, please don't talk to me. The whole time it was like, he was trying to like talk to me. I was just like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. I wasn't being rude. I didn't feel anything. He didn't fit my preference. And okay, he was attractive. He was very attractive. I just didn't feel anything. There wasn't anything, like, I wasn't like giddy the way that I am over like, a guy that drives a truck or an Asian guy. Like, I just did not see it there, like, kind of thing. And plus, like, I was just like, Nene, you should have gone for it. In the comments below, list if you think Nene should have gone for it. Put down in the comments and let me know if Nene should have gone for it, because I honestly think she should have done something. But there were a bunch of Asian guys that actually got onto the plane going to Long Beach. One of them was actually sitting a few seats ahead of me, and he fit my whole like bad boy type. Like, I like bad boys. You give me an Asian guy that wears a beanie, sweatpants, and he's got a sweatshirt on, and he's got earbuds, and I was watching his hands the whole time, like, pretty hands. Anywho, we'll keep it at that. And so I couldn't see his face, but like, yeah, he was, when he got on the plane, I feel like he probably would have sat next to me if we didn't have an open seat next to us. Um, because he was looking around frantically for a seat in the front. Um, but he ended up taking 3 rows ahead of us. Um, so it was just like, oh, darn. But again, like, it's not like I'm not trying, you know? I mean, I look the way that I look, and I do put myself out there. It's just, I know what I like, and I know what I like, I know what I want, and it's not my fault. You can't force anybody to fall for you. You can't force someone to love you, like you. It does not work that way. It just doesn't. So I could like that person, but I might not be his preference. That's just how that works. And I've come to accept that. But anyway, moving forward, we landed in Long Beach and we got off the plane. This was one of those ones, Long Beach has an airport where they don't actually have like an actual gate bridge. So you actually get off of a little, like, I know what these words are. My dad works for the airlines. I should know these terms, and I know what it is, but I can't remember it. They had like a little staircase to exit from the plane, and you would walk down that, and then basically like a little ramp, which was acted like the gate bridge. And then you walk into the airport, and then literally our gate was like right next to the gate that we came from. But when we got off in the gate, yes, we were pretty frantic to find our next gate and get onto the plane because we thought we were going to be late for the plane. But I did take a quick look around, and yeah, Long Beach has a lot of Asian guys. And so Nene and I were like, oh my gosh, we should have added Long Beach to our trip. Maybe next time, if we ever get time or a chance or something like that, we could probably add Long Beach or do Long Beach. But yeah, and also the beach there, the water was gorgeous. When we landed, I was just like, I was a little jealous because Nene had a window seat, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. Like, but it's totally fine because on the way to San Jose, I took the window seat, and on the way back, she took the window seat, so it's totally fine. But also, if Nene hadn't taken the window seat, I wouldn't have had the perfect view that I had of the Asian guy that I was just, yeah. Anywho, point being, we got off at Long Beach. We got onto a new plane going back to Dallas, and obviously there are not that many Asians flying to Dallas. Sadness. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Dallas does not have a lot of, the Asian population here is not that large, and those that are here, they're primarily in the downtown Dallas area or the downtown Fort Worth area. But it's like literally leaving Dallas to San Jose and coming back from San Jose to Dallas, there weren't that many Asian guys on the plane. Maybe like a scattering handful, like salt and pepper, and you like put it on your meals kind of thing. So I was a little sad, but then there was a guy that got on the plane, and he was okay. He wasn't great, but he was okay. To my liking. For Chronicles of Hot Asians, I didn't actually talk to any of these men. Again, these men are at the airport, and it's like, okay, I'm not going to be the crazy Indian lady that's going to be like, oh my God, you're so cute. I like you. Are you single? No, I'm not going to do that. But also, Nene did tell me that my approach was wrong. Instead of telling them that I thought they were cute, I should have asked if they were single. And she told me this at the restaurant. We ended up going to K-Town. After we landed, we ended up going to K-Town to get food because we were starving. And we went to K-Town and we went to, oh my God. I'm drawing a blank again. Why am I drawing blanks all the time? Like, chronicles of being old. Or getting old, rather. I'm sorry. I will list the restaurant, name of the restaurant, in the link, in the description below. I'm sure I'll find it. But anyway, we went there. Okay, my voice was gone at this point. It did not sound like this. It was gone. I kid you not, it was gone. So I didn't have much of a voice at all. So Nene had to do a lot of the talking. Of course, our waiter was adorable. And I couldn't talk to him. Like, come on. So upset. And basically, what ended up happening, like I was sitting there, we were eating our food. I look over towards the kitchen to see if I could spot the waiter, and there's a guy in a tank top. Now, all the waiters are wearing t-shirts, okay? But there's a guy in a tank top. I kid you not, the man took his shirt off. He took his shirt off. I was dying. I was like, Nene, there's a man in the kitchen. He's got a tank top on. And and I was like, oh my God. And then I started to squeal. And I was like, oh my God. She was like, what is wrong? She was like, you're not even listening to, she was saying something to me, but I was not listening to her. The man took his shirt off. I was gone. I was like, I don't know who he was. That wasn't our waiter, but I lost every sense of sanity. It was over. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so our waiter finally came back, and I was like, should I do it? He came to refill our glasses, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell him he's cute. And so he came back. Now, whenever he talked to me, because my voice was gone, he would lean in super close to me, and that like heart flutters everywhere. So the first time when we sat down, he came over, and I was like, I'm really sorry. You're gonna have to talk to my friend because my voice is gone. And so he was like, oh, okay. But he was like in my face. I was just like, it was wow. And so I was having a really hard time like concentrating. The second time when he came over, he went over and he asked Nene if we were okay. And I was just like, wait, come back. So he came back and he got real close again. And I was like, I just want to tell you you're really cute. And he was like, what? I was like, you're cute. And then he like walked away. Afterward, Nene told me, she was like, you shouldn't have told him that he was cute. You should have just said, are you single? And digits and I'm just like, but no, I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to do that. And then so she was like, Neely, it'd be a lot easier. You should just totally just ask, are you single? Get their number, and then you'll be set. And I was just like, all right, fine, I'll do that. She goes, no, don't do it in Carrollton. If you do it in Carrollton, you'll get us banned. We'll never be able to come back. And I was like, okay, so next time we go out of town, I'll just ask. So anyway, if you think that's a better approach for me, put it down in the comments below. But our trip to California was amazing. It was so much fun. We can't wait to go again and share our experiences with you in other places. But this does conclude the California series, and I do hope you guys enjoyed it. And please stay tuned for the ATEEZ concert experience in Dallas, and that's soon to come up. I'll probably shoot that tomorrow and post it the day after. So yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope to see you guys join us for the next Brown Baddies session, whatever it may be. And I will see you guys later. Okay, bye.